It's your homeboy, Geo Bia, with Throwback Thursday, and also in the neighborhood near you. Hi guys, it's Geo Bia here, and I'm sitting here with Ken Yellen, and we're going to discuss a little bit of, go more into depth with some general questions that most buyers, home buyers, inquire about in their mortgage process. So Ken, what is your process for pre-approval and closing?
Well, the pre-approval process here at OneTrust Home Loans has got to do with talking to the customer, visiting with them, and making sure that we sit down and go over all of their portfolio. We'll go ahead and get their name, social security number, where they work, what they're doing for a living. We're definitely going to pull their credit and see what's going on with their credit. The one thing that I think is paramount to them for a customer is to actually go through the entire process. There's a conversation as what is a pre-qualification and what is a pre-approval. The pre-approval is when we actually take all the customer's information and put that information past the underwriter. Underwriter looks over it. I think I'm pretty good at what I do, but sometimes I overlook things. And so the underwriter has the second set of eyes. And then when we're pre-approved, we can go out and look for a house, shop if you have the confidence. The pre-qualification process is hey, yeah, I talked to somebody over the phone. They make good money. They tell me their credit's good. Maybe I might pull their credit, but it's not thorough, and you should go through the process. And as far as customer goes, it's best for you, for your mental outlook, to know that you're pre-approved and don't have those lingering questions about, can I buy this house, can I not buy this house? And that just creates a lot of stress. Another point too I want to point out, Gio, is that by having the pre-approval in itself, the sellers feel a lot more confident when they receive a contract from a customer that's been pre-approved. They know that that customer has been reviewed by the underwriters, and they know that this is a real transaction versus a pre-qualification where they might not be that confident with the transaction.
All right, excellent. So bottom line, pre-approval is basically giving you that leverage, correct?
Absolutely, great leverage. Great leverage.
Right.
Yes.
And how do you communicate with your home buyers?
Well, the great thing about this OneTrust Home Loan team is that, starting out with myself, I like to communicate with the customers as much as possible via phone conversations, maybe emails, just different ways of communication. But through the process, I want to keep them updated as often as possible on what's going on. Once they actually find a home, they're going to join up with my team at my office here at OneTrust. And we have about a half dozen people that work on their file all at one time. We have a team that goes out and gets verification of employment. I've got a team that gets information on title company. I've got a great processor that's going to talk to the customer and work with them to get more documentation. So we're constantly communicating because what we want to do is we want to get the loan approved as fast as possible, but also for the customer to completely understand the process. So when they sit down at closing, they feel 100% confident about signing those documents and understanding what they're doing.
Excellent. Sounds like a very efficient and effective process. So what is the down payment requirements?
So there's many different programs. In the past, conventional was the only program, say 20 years ago. And that is a program called FHA, Federal Housing Authority. And that's a lot of times used for first-time home buyers or people that don't have the best credit. Other great programs I like, especially in the Gallup area, is a USDA loan, which is a zero-down program. And you can actually have low credit scores, down to as far as maybe 580. Those are wonderful programs. And the other program that's really excellent is called MFA, or Mortgage Finance Authority. And that Mortgage Finance Authority, you have to have a 620 credit score, but only requires $500 down. There's a lot of great first-time homebuyer programs that exist. Some of these programs do have income limitations on them. So by going through the pre-approval process, as we talked about, then we'll know if they qualify for these programs. And my claim to fame is I had one customer that got into a USDA loan, and it cost him $2.36 to buy a house.
Wow.
So less than a cup of Starbucks coffee.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great.
So that zero down sounds very, very attractive.
Yeah, I love that program.
Do you participate in any down payment assistance programs?
Well, as we talked about a little bit earlier, the MFA is called Assistant Down Payment Program. The MFA itself is a great deal. What happens is the customer only needs $500. And what we'll do is we'll create a second mortgage that'll cover the required down payment. Like FHA is 3.5% or conventional of 3%. So yes, down payment assistance programs. pretty much have all the programs that are required or necessary to help a customer get into a house.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate your time again, Ken. Sorry, excuse me.
That's all right.
If home buyers have any further questions for you, how can they contact you?
You can get hold of Ken Yellen at 505-220-2968. The other thing too is a lot of people really are uncomfortable talking over the phone. So if they wanted to and not feel that uncomfortable, they could go to my website at kenyellen.com, www.kenyellen.com, and they can make an application online, which goes right into my system. So I can give them a call after and let them know if they can get pre-approved or not.
Awesome. Guys, give this guy a call.
Thank you.